Blessed day, everybody. Reading in Matthew chapter 20 today, so it had me thinking. I had to get on there and make a video. And this is where Jesus is talking about the first being the last and the last being the first. And he gives the illustration, the parable of these different people to go out to work in the field. So you have some people that go and they work out in the field, and the master of the field says, I'll pay you $20 if you work for me for the day. All day, you get paid $20, right? The master goes back into town later on in the day, midday or so, right? See some more people that are standing around looking for jobs, but they're not getting hired. So the master says, I'll pay you $20, go out and work in my field. A few hours later, the same thing. You know, there's other people standing around looking to get hired, needing a job. He says, go work in my field, I'll pay you $20. Well, shortly after, the last group of people were hired on to work in the field. The master said, we're done working for the day. Here's your $20. Pays every single person $20 equally. Whether it was the person who was hired last, the one that was hired during midday, or the very beginning. Now what had happened was, and now this is like human nature, right? Is that those who started working first became upset. And they protested. Said, well, we should be getting paid more because we worked harder, we worked longer, whatever the case may be. They felt like they deserved more than those who started later than them. And that's where Jesus says in the illustration, well, it is my money to do with it as I see fit. If I'm going to give $20 to every single person, that's because that's my word. Did you not agree that you were going to work for me for this amount of money? And they had me thinking, right? Effort. Like, okay, if that's the case, if someone comes on after you, starts working after you, gets paid the same amount, what's the effort that you're putting into? So let's say, some of the notes that I took here is, if all who work in the field receive the same wages, no matter when they start working, then how much effort should be given to those who started first? But it's one of those conundrums. Like, do you really know that you're going to be the only one working? Do you really know if someone else is going to work alongside you at some given point during the day or during the week, whenever it is? We don't know that. We don't know if we're going to be the only ones. We don't know if there's going to be someone else. So how much effort should be given to those who started first? How much effort should those who get hired on last put in? Because it's like, okay, well, if you work all day long, maybe you shouldn't put in 150% effort. But those who started last should still be putting in at least 100% effort. Or should they put in more effort? And those who started first, I believe, I think how we find the silver lining in this is that they should rejoice for that they have the opportunity to work longer for the master, right? Even though you started first and you weren't the last, you still have the opportunity to do more work for the master. So therefore, it's going to be more rewarding in a sense. I would like to think we're all getting paid the same wages, and what Yeshua is talking about is in reference to the kingdom of heaven, is that no matter if you're going to be first, no matter if you're going to be last, the wages is still the same. And the wages of death is sin. And that doesn't matter if you're a newborn baby or you're an 85-year-old woman or man. Either one is the wages of sin is death. But the wages of eternal life is everlasting. So what is enough effort in the eyes of God then? And that's why I go back to the effort portion of it. How much effort is enough? Is it simply just waking up and trying to be better, trying to be kind? Is it simply trying, being the effort that is needed, that's required. And then we start to almost feel guilty. Maybe we're not doing enough. Or maybe we're doing too much. It's just one of those moments where you get deep in thought. You can think about, what does God want from me? How much does he want out of me? That's going to be determined on any given day, situation, trial, tribulation, opportunity, blessing, person, relationship. That will be all dependent on that. And that's why Jesus says the first will be last and the last will be first. The last two are here, will be the first to get paid. The first that were here will be the last to be paid. So those who are last, who come in late in the game, are going to go to heaven first. That's going to be their reward. And those who have been here the longest, that were the first to be here, are going to be the last to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's just my thoughts, y'all. What are your thoughts? Sorry if you cannot hear me that well. I cannot find my microphone right now, but nonetheless, appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Send this out to all your people. I appreciate it. Word of mouth is how we get things out. This is Matthew with Matthew Austin Fitness Academy, and I'm out here in beautiful Santa Barbara. Love you guys. God bless. Peace out.